time, and our players really played well. I thought they played really hard and well. They played at a tempo that we've been trying to practice at. And I think the crowd, that atmosphere, they responded to it. So it was a really good night. And Justice's thing was just a cramp. So everybody got out of it okay. Actually, we've been, no one's missed a practice yet. And hopefully we can stay healthy. I do think the way they do practices now, where you do 30 and 42 days, helps you, because you can pace them a little bit more. So we can give them tomorrow off, come back for 2 days, take a day off for Operation Basketball, come back for another 3 days, take a day off, that type of thing. And I think that's really been beneficial for us. And, I would think that other coaches feel the same way. Any questions that you guys might have?
Has Okafor been about that dominant against his teammates every day in practice?
Yeah, he's a dominant player, and I thought Marshall actually played pretty well against him. And just Ja had he makes shots, and then when he learns even more to get some easy stuff, then he'll continue to grow, and he'll share the ball too. But no, he played great tonight.
How long for the bottom teams? Was there any strategy of pairing people?
We tried to look at different combinations. The guys in the white in the first group are probably the guys who are playing a little bit better together, and tried to keep in that group with Ja, Justice, and Tyus, and Emil and Matt, really fit in well. Then we look at Tyus and Rasheed together without Ja, and Rasheed played really well tonight. All the kids played well tonight, but Rasheed was excellent, and as good as Ja was, I thought Justice was really good also. He's a powerful player.
The chemistry seems especially good between the freshmen. Is that a product of them playing together with USA Basketball, or is that just something?
They all didn't play together with USA Basketball, and I think there's good chemistry on our team. Right. Like Emil really helps in that regard, because he kind of connects dots a little bit. And Matt Jones does a really good job of that, because he doesn't need the ball long. And when somebody doesn't need the ball long and they're efficient and they play hard, that helps, because John needs to get the ball, and then Tyus is dribbling the ball, so there's not that much time to have the ball. So the guys have to figure that out. I was pleased with all of them, to be quite frank with you. They've been practicing well, and they played real well tonight.
What would you attribute the newfound confidence it seems Matt Jones has compared to?
He's a sophomore.
Just knowing the system better. And
I don't think system. I think maybe knowing himself better. I don't think system has much to do with it. A lot of guys in college, they have to find out who they are and be comfortable with who they are, and I think he's real comfortable with who he is. And he was that at times last year. I mean, if we didn't have him against Alabama, we probably wouldn't have won. So there were times last year where Matt really helped us, but he wasn't able to be as consistent as we think he's going to be this year.
I think you first said in that March press conference that, Ja is really good, and obviously you knew that, and he is really good, but still, like, early in the season, every time you see him, score with like 5 moves, every time still, like, he's really good.
Yeah, he has a great feel for the game, and because he has such gigantic hands and he has great feet, he needs to have the ability to improvise. So, we want that, and then we would like to have him do a couple like go-to moves to do that. And today, really, he faced the basket well. He hasn't really been shooting his shot from the outside, but he can shoot it. He's a good free throw shooter. And he'll pass it too. we got to be careful that we don't just throw it in there and watch, because then there's going to be double teams. There are going to be double teams, but we feel we can surround them with guys who can shoot the ball. He's a special player. He's a special player, and a great teammate. So the guys like him a lot. We have a really good group. They really like one another a lot. I'm glad they liked when the lights went on. They actually played better today than they practiced yesterday. That was good.
Is that what excites you the most about this team, or is there something else?
I like my guys. I've said
Yeah.
from the start. I mean, I'm really happy with these guys, and we just have to see how they'll grow. And the major thing is you hope we can stay healthy, and then we'll grow. I think we'll grow really well. And a big thing for us would be when we play someone, because then I can see how we can sub and keep pressure on people. And then like for Ja, he can run even better. Given a blow for a while. So at least we think he can. And sometimes when you play like this, you get a bad habit of running a little bit slower because there isn't a sub.
Your team really seems to get the break started. The few views I've had very well off the defensive boards. Has that been something that has been an
Yeah, we're
emphasis in
trying to
practice?
push it all the time, and if a perimeter guy gets the board, he can push it. He doesn't have to get it to either Tyus or Quinn or Rasheed. They can push the ball. I mean, Justice, Matt, Grayson, they all can. We have depth, really good depth on the perimeter.
What do you like most, and pardon my ignorance on this, but what do you like most about the full court pressure that you use? Because it doesn't seem like the guys are necessarily trapping out of it, but it's almost just like you play the first pass if it's not still, you're still just with you.
Yeah, it's making people work 94 feet, and you hope there's erosion, of another team's continuity, and it forces another team into using their bench, especially at ball handling. And we're trying to play a little bit like we did. It's interesting because Bobby was here tonight, like we did during his time and during the late 90s and early 2000s, where we have really good athletes and guys who can pressure the ball well, a number of them.
Anything else?
Okay, thanks. All right, thanks. Appreciate it.